So tell me, are you all of you able to hear me clearly? Yes. One more thing now. Okay. We'll be starting with our screen. I'll be sharing my screen to all of you. So today we'll be doing a very simple sum. Already in the last lecture we missed out something. Okay. Just a moment. There are few students who are talking to me so that we can understand few things. Okay, in the last lecture, due to some technical issue, we couldn't complete the lecture. I have to stop the lecture in between. But now, today, I think my voice is clear and loud. Okay, it is not lagging. Fine. So, we'll start again with the sum which we left in between. And a formulae. Of course, I know many students, they started looking out for the formula sheet. Okay, immediately they started memorizing all the formulae. Yes. Now, students, we are starting with a very simple sum. Okay, a toy is a combination of a cylinder, a hemisphere, and a cone. So let us see. There is a toy. Okay, and it's a combination of a cylinder, hemisphere, and a cone. Now the figure is given to us. Each of this object has a radius 3 centimeter. This is also given to us. Further, what information is given? Height of the conical part. So the conical part height is given 4 centimeter. And height of the cylinder is 40 centimeter. So this is the height of the cylinder. And is given to us is 40 centimeter. The question is, find the total surface area of the toy. Now students, something very important we discussed in the last lecture. Whenever we have to find the total surface area of a toy, first of all, we need to understand the toy is a combination of 3 different objects. Now, since toy is a combination of 3 different objects, all these 3 objects are joined together. You cannot detach them. They are joined together. So since they are joined together, the base area of the cone or the base area of the cylinder, you cannot touch. Even here, the base area of the hemisphere or the base area of the cylinder, you cannot touch. Now, if this would have been a detachable toy, yes, then you can touch the base area of the cone or the base area of the cylinder. But since it's a combination, you cannot detach the 3 objects. So if you hold this toy in your hand, the area which you can feel or which you can touch is nothing but the curved surface area of the cone, curved surface area of the cylinder, and curved surface area of the hemisphere. So remember students, whenever you have to find the total surface area of the object, and if the object is a combination of 2 or 3 objects, it's very clear, whenever 2 or 3 objects combine to form one object, then the surface area which you can touch is the total surface area. So I repeat, total surface area of a toy is curved surface area of a cone plus curved surface area of a cylinder plus curved surface area of a hemisphere. I hope everybody is clear with this concept, because in this sum, this is the only important part to consider. Many students, they ask only this doubt in this sum. If we have to find the total surface area of toy, then why are we considering curved surface area of each object? Students, I would again like to repeat to all of you all, when the objects are combined to form one single object, then the surface area which you can touch or which you can feel is the total surface area. So here, if you hold this toy in your hand, you cannot touch the base area of the cone, or you cannot touch the base area of the cylinder. So the area which you can touch is the curved surface area of the cone, curved surface area of the cylinder, and curved surface area of the hemisphere. And that's why this is the formula in front of us. Now let us see for students, what is the formula to find curved surface area, okay, of cone? Yes, we know the formula. Formula is perfect, very good, pi r L. Now tell me students, what is the formula for curved surface area of cylinder? Yes, perfect, very good, 2 pi r h. But students, here we have deliberately written H in capital. I'll tell you why. Is it clear? Here in this entire object, height of cone and height of cylinder are two different heights mentioned. So since there are two different heights mentioned, height of cone we will consider it as small h, and height of cylinder we are considering it as capital H. So to avoid confusion of H, height of cylinder is considered as capital H. Now students, tell me what is the formula for curved surface area of hemisphere? Yes, come on, tell me. Perfect, very good. Formula for curved surface area of hemisphere is 2 pi r square. Is it very clear to all of you? So now, if the formula is there in front of us, students, let us see what all things do we know. Now students, it's clearly mentioned in the sum. Each of this object has a radius 3 centimeter. Now since each of the object has a radius 3 centimeter, we know radius of each object in the formula. Further, we know height of cylinder, which is given 40 centimeter. So capital H is also known to us. So come on students, what is left to be known? Pi is also known to us, 3.14 given in the sum. So yes, what do we don't know is slant height. We have to find slant height. Is it clear to all of you? So let us find the slant height. Now students, tell me what is the formula to find the slant height? Come on, tell me what is the formula? Yes, the formula to find the slant height is L is equal to under root of r square plus h square. So first we'll take this formula and we'll substitute the values. Is it clear? Yes, come on, tell me students, what is the value for r? Yes, value for r is 3. We know. So under root of 3 square plus h. Now small h means height of cone. How much is height of cone given to us? Yes, it's clearly seen height of cone is given to us as 4 centimeter. So it's 4 square. Now we can solve this. 3 square is 9 and 4 square is 16. So it's under root of 9 plus 16. Now if you total it, 9 plus 16, come on, how much it is? Yes, perfect, root of 25. And square root of 25 is clearly known to us, it's 5. So slant height is 5 centimeter. I hope all of you have understood this. Perfect. Now we know that slant height is 5 centimeter. So in this, on the screen you can see, we know R, we know L, we know R, we know H, and even know R here. That means now we can go to find the total surface area of a toy. So total surface area of a toy is nothing but curved surface area of cone plus curved surface area of cylinder plus curved surface area of hemisphere. Formula also we know, it's pi RL plus 2 pi RH, capital H, plus 2 pi R square. Now here, this is very important, students. I want all of you all to know this step is very important. Please pay attention. Now students, if you see in the first term, pi and R is there. Even in the second term, pi and R is there. And in the third term also there is pi and R. So pi R is common in all the 3 terms. So when we have a common term or a common thing in all the terms, we take it as common. So pi R will take it as common. So what is left in the first term? Yes, in the first term there is L. What is there in the second term left out? Yes, second term में क्या बचा है? 2 and capital H, मतलब 2H बचा है. अगर pi R common लेंगे तो 2H second term में बचा है. And यहाँ पर pi R अगर common लेंगे तो क्या बचा है थर्ड टर्म में? 2 बचा है और एक R बचा है, तो 2R बचा है. Is it very clear? So we write down that in bracket. Is this very clear to all of you? Students, this step is very, very, very important. I would like to repeat this step again to you all. If you see pi RL plus 2 per top, sorry, pi RL plus 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R square. In all these three terms, we have pi R common. So we have taken pi R common. And whatever is left out, that we have taken it in bracket. So in the first term, we have L. In the second term, we have 2H. And in the third term, we have 2R. Is it very clear to all of you? Perfect. Now, students, the value for pi is given to us. In the question, you can clearly see. Value of pi is given to us as 3.14. So by default, we have to take the value as 3.14 only. So 3.14 is the value of pi. Now, what is the value for R? Yes, we know the value for R is 3 centimeter. So into 3. In bracket L, what is the value for L? You can clearly see here. Value for L is 5 centimeter. So in bracket, we'll write down 5 plus 2 into H, capital H. What is the value for capital H? For capital H, you can clearly see is 40. So 2 into 40 will come. Plus 2 into R. 2 into R is 3 centimeter. Is it very clear to all of you? Sure? Perfect. So 3.14 into 3 as it is. Now students, please understand this step. There are chances that many students may go wrong. The basic rule of BODMAS. The basic rule of BODMAS says we have to solve the bracket first. Yes? Now if we have to solve the bracket first, we are solving the bracket first. Now in bracket open, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. This is BODMAS. I repeat again. BODMAS is bracket open, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Now, but obviously you're solving bracket. In bracket, first you have to solve division, but we don't have any division in the bracket here. So if division is not there, we should solve multiplication first. I repeat again, if division is not there, we have to solve multiplication first. So here in bracket, we'll write it as 5 plus 2 into 40. Now 2 into 40 is 80. Students, please pay attention. Many students write 5 plus 2 is 7. And then they multiply 7 into 40. This will be wrong. So first you have to multiply the terms and then you should go for addition. So similarly here, 2 into 3 is 6. You cannot add 40 plus 2. First do the multiplication. So it is 2 3s are 6. So plus 6. Now you can do the addition in bracket. So now it is 3.14 into 3 into bracket means into. So if you add 5 plus 80 plus 6, answer is 91. Now students, I want you all to multiply this. I am giving you 1 minute to multiply this. Please do the multiplication. Multiply 91 into 3 first and then multiply with 3.14. Come on, fast. The time starts now. Many students have already started giving the answer. Yes, someone is saying, I missed out his name. Somebody said that if we calculate curved surface area individually, is it okay? Yes, it is perfectly all right. But what happens when you calculate curved surface area individually, the sum becomes slightly lengthy. But there is an advantage of that as well. Here in this sum, if anything goes wrong, the entire sum is wrong. Okay? But then if you go by this method, and if you take precautions in calculation, The sum is very simple and very short. Yes. We got the answer. Perfect. Almost many students have got the answer right. Very good, all of you all. It 857.22 centimeter square. Do not forget to write the unit. Students, I would like to tell you all, when I was looking at the chat box, I saw few students writing the answer as 857.22 square centimeter. I will appreciate them, because just writing the number and not writing the unit, this becomes a habit. And believe me, students, 857.22, you'll write it and you'll forget to write the unit. Don't do that. Henceforth, remember, whenever you are giving the answer in mensuration, make sure that you write the unit as well. Is it clear to all of you? Now, all of you, please pay attention, okay? So we have got the final answer. Therefore, total surface area of the toy is 857.22 centimeter square. Is it clear to all of you? Perfect. Yes. Students, I want you all to write down this sum. Write down only what is there in this available on the screen. No need of writing the initial part. The initial part, you can write it down by looking at the question as well. I'm giving you all 2 minutes to write down the entire sum. Come on, write it fast. Yes, perfect. Those who are using the textbook, they are perfectly all right. They are saying in the textbook it is given 273 pi square centimeter. Now here what they have done is, in the textbook, the value of pi is not substituted. Okay, so since the value of pi is not substituted, the answer is 273 into pi. You multiply, you'll get the answer. 91 into 3 is the same, 273. So 91 into 3 is 273. So 273 pi. Yes, somebody is asking the question. If you write short forms, TSA, CSA, is it okay? Now, to be very honest, it is not mentioned. But then if you write it, there is no problem as such. Yes, 273 pi, if you write it, I am not sure, because if the value of pi will be given to us and if you still don't substitute, that doesn't make sense. And you don't know in which sum we have to substitute the value of pi, or in which sum we don't have to substitute. Precisely, if they write in the question, if there is mentioned in the question, write the final answer in terms of pi, then it is okay. Okay. Yes, somebody is asking. Yes, Amog is asking from DN Nagar. CSA of a toy and TSA of a toy, are they same in this sum? Yes, in this sum, CSA and TSA both are same. Capital H we took because height of cone and height of cylinder, there are two heights. So since there are two heights, height of cone we are considering small h, height of cylinder we are considering capital H. Is it clear? Okay, so now we'll move to the next sum. Believe me, students, this is a very, very, very interesting sum. Very interesting. Okay. A cylinder of diameter 14 centimeter contains water. So there is a cylinder which contains water. Is it clear to all of you? Now diameter is given 14 centimeters. So students, tell me, if diameter is 14 centimeter, what comes to your mind? Come on, tell me, what comes to your mind? Perfect, very good. If diameter is given, we can easily find out its radius. So can we say radius is 7 centimeter? So here radius we are considering R1. Now here even you might be wondering, sir, why are we considering radius as R1? Why not only R? Yes, we can. But then there is a cylinder in this sum. There is a metal iron ball also in this sum. So since there are two objects, there would be two different radii. And since there are two different radii, we are considering one radius as R1, other radius as R2. That's why we are considering radius of cylinder as R1. Okay, so we'll write it down. A radius of cylinder R1 is 7 centimeter. Now please students, look at the animation which is given to us for your understanding, because I don't want you to miss out with the animation. That itself speaks everything about this sum. A metal iron ball of diameter 2 centimeter is dropped into the cylinder, and thus water level is raised up to 30 centimeter. Now students, we know Archimedes principle. Yes, have you all heard about Archimedes principle? Archimedes principle says that volume of body immersed is equal to volume of water displaced. मतलब कोई चीज आप पानी में डुबोगे तो उस चीज का जो वॉल्यूम होगा उतने ही वॉल्यूम में पानी बढ़ जाएगा. मतलब अगर पानी पूरा ब्रिम तक भरा होगा तो जितना वॉल्यूम उस मेटल आयरन बॉल का होगा उतना ही वॉल्यूम का पानी बाहर गिर जाएगा. यस, रिमेंबर स्टोरी, यूरेका यूरेका आई गॉट इट, ऐसे आर्किमिडीज चिल्लाते गया था. वही प्रिंसिपल यहाँ पर यूज होने वाला है. सो प्लीज सी दिस आयरन बॉल, जैसे 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 वो अंदर डूबते गया पानी ऊपर बढ़ते गया है. थर्स्टी क्रो का स्टोरी याद है ना बचपन का, बट तभी इतना कंसेप्ट हमें पता नहीं था. ओके, सो दिस कंसेप्ट आर्किमिडीज प्रिंसिपल. सो आयरन बॉल जितना, अगर वापस देख सकते हैं, जैसे आयरन बॉल डूबते गया पानी का लेवल बढ़ते गया. इज इट क्लियर? तो जितना आयरन बॉल का वॉल्यूम है उतना ही पानी बढ़ा है. आयरन बॉल का वॉल्यूम जितना होगा उतना ही पानी बढ़ेगा. सो हियर व्हाट दे हैव सेड अबाउट दिस आयरन बॉल, द डायमीटर इज 2 सेंटीमीटर एंड हाइट, मतलब पहले पानी का जो लेवल था और अभी जो लेवल है, पहले पानी का लेवल यहाँ तक था, बट आयरन बॉल के डूबने से पानी का लेवल यहाँ तक चला गया. तो अभी यहाँ तक का हाइट, टोटल यहाँ तक का हाइट कितना है? 30 सेंटीमीटर. This is given to us in the sum. Is it very clear to all of you? Figure is also given to us. Iron ball, okay, height of water level is 30. Iron ball जो है उसका रेडियस दिया है, I mean diameter 2 सेंटीमीटर दिया है. अगर डायमीटर 2 सेंटीमीटर दिया है तो उसका रेडियस कितना होगा बोलो? Come on, tell me fast. Yes, perfect. Radius would be 1 centimeter. So radius we are considering R2 as 1 centimeter. I hope all of you have understood this. Perfect. Now students, one very important formula we have to generate. Remember this. ये एक step आपको याद रखना है. Question में पूछा है find the volume of water. Now we have to find the volume of water. Is it very clear? Perfect. Okay. Now listen carefully. Students, I am going back for you to understand. अच्छा, शुरुआत में पानी कितना था? यहाँ तक था. So this is the original volume. This is actual volume of water. इतना ही पानी है. Okay. पानी बड़ा नहीं है, पानी का लेवल बड़ा है. Understand one thing. पानी बड़ा नहीं है, मतलब पानी ऐड नहीं किया है सिलेंडर में, पानी उतना ही है. पानी में आयरन बॉल ऐड किया है, इसलिए पानी का लेवल बड़ा है. आई रिपीट, पानी बढ़ नहीं गया है, पानी उतना ही है, पानी का लेवल बढ़ गया है. इज इट वेरी क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? सो नाउ पानी में आयरन बॉल डुबोने से उसका लेवल बढ़ा है, तो पानी उतना ही है. सो क्वेश्चन हमको पूछा गया है फाइंड द वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर. इज इट क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? सो यहाँ पर देयर आर टू थिंग्स टू बी नोटेड. फर्स्ट, यहां तक का जो लेवल है ना, नीचे तक का, दिस इज एक्चुअल वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर. यहां तक पानी था, एक्चुअल वॉल्यूम. और यहां तक का जो लेवल है ना वो एपरेंट है. एपरेंट मतलब झूठा है, वो आंखों को दिखाई देता है बट वो झूठा है. इज इट क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? So that's apparent volume. Apparent matlab it's not real. So here students understand one thing. ये apparent volume of water है ना, उसके अंदर पानी है और पानी के साथ साथ बॉल भी है. I repeat again, ये apparent volume जो है, apparent volume में दो वॉल्यूम है, बॉल का एक वॉल्यूम है और पानी का एक वॉल्यूम है. Is it very clear to all of you? So apparent volume of water is nothing but actual volume of water plus volume of sphere. This is the formula which you should understand. Is it very clear to all of you? I repeat again, पानी नहीं बढ़ा है, पानी का लेवल बढ़ा है. तो पानी का लेवल बढ़ा है तो apparent volume हो गया अभी, because हाइट बढ़ गया है. हाइट बढ़ गया है तो उसका वॉल्यूम भी बड़ा दिखेगा. अच्छा, ये पानी का लेवल बढ़ने से हाइट बढ़ गया, हाइट बढ़ने से वॉल्यूम बढ़ जाएगा. बट ये वॉल्यूम क्यों बढ़ा है? बिकॉज इस वॉल्यूम में आयन बॉल का वॉल्यूम भी ऐड हुआ है. दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज द फॉर्मूला. apparent volume of water is actual volume of water plus volume of sphere. Is it very clear to all of you? Perfect. बट हमें क्या ढूंढना है? वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर, मतलब हमें एक्चुअल वॉल्यूम ढूंढना है. अगर हमें एक्चुअल वॉल्यूम ढूंढना है तो वॉल्यूम ऑफ स्फीयर जो प्लस है, अगर उसको शिफ्ट करेंगे तो माइनस हो जाएगा. सो वी कैन राइट एक्चुअल वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर इज नथिंग बट apparent volume of water minus volume of sphere. Did you understand this? ये प्लस वॉल्यूम ऑफ स्फीयर को अगर शिफ्ट करेंगे यहाँ पर तो माइनस हो जाएगा. सो एक्चुअल वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर को हमने अकेले कर दिया. सो वी गॉट अ न्यू फॉर्मूला फॉर एक्चुअल वॉल्यूम. इट्स apparent वॉल्यूम माइनस वॉल्यूम ऑफ स्फीयर. स्फीयर का वॉल्यूम निकाल दो, पानी अपने आप नॉर्मल लेवल में आ जाएगा. इज इट वेरी क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? यस. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, वी हैव टू फाइंड एक्चुअल वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर. बराबर है. Now apparent volume of water. Now water is taking a shape of a cylinder. अगर पानी सिलेंडर में रखा है तो सिलेंडर का शेप आ जाएगा. So apparent volume of cylinder means we have to find the formula for volume of cylinder. Now tell me students, what is the formula for volume of cylinder? Yes, formula for volume of cylinder is pi r square h. But cylinder का रेडियस हमने r1 लिया है, तो since cylinder का रेडियस r1 लिया है, formula would be pi r1 square h minus volume of sphere. Come on, tell me students, what is the formula for volume of sphere? Yes, formula for volume of sphere is 4/3 pi r2 cube, because r2 is the radius we are considering. Is it very clear to all of you? Perfect. Yes. Now students, look here. In दोनों terms में pi common है. Can you see pi? दोनों टर्म्स में पाई कॉमन है, तो वी कैन टेक पाई कॉमन. अच्छा, पाई के अलावा कुछ भी कॉमन नहीं है. यहाँ पर r1 है और यहाँ पर r2 है, अलग अलग है. चलो पाई कॉमन ले लिया. r1, व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ r1? 7, बट इट इज r1 स्क्वायर. सो ब्रैकेट के अंदर लिखेंगे 7 into 7. क्यों ब्रैकेट के अंदर? बिकॉज हमने पाई को कॉमन ले लिया है, दोनों में से पाई कॉमन आ गया है. तो ब्रैकेट के अंदर क्या बचा है? r1 square h. r1 square मतलब 7 into 7. Now tell me students, what is the value for h, height of cylinder? Yes, height of cylinder is 30. Is it very clear all of you? Minus 4/3. 4/3 बचा है, पाई कॉमन ले लिया है, और क्या बचा है? r2. ना r2 का वैल्यू कितना है? 1. and r2 cube है, मतलब 1 into 1 into 1. Is it very clear all of you? Have you understood this? Perfect. Yes. Now students, very important, pi as it is, इसको कुछ भी मत करना. Come on, multiply करके बोलो. 49 into 30 कितना होता है? 49. 7 7s are 49. 49 into 30. Perfect. Very good. Answer is 1470 minus 4/3 into 1 into 1 into 1 मतलब 4/3. 4/3 रहेगा. So it's minus 4/3 as it is. Is it very clear to all of you? Did you understand this? Now students, very important, यहाँ पर देखो 3 डिनोमिनेटर में है, एंड बीच में कौन सा साइन है, माइनस, मतलब 3 एलसीएम अगर लेंगे तो 3 यहां पर जाके मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा, 1470 इंटू 3 हो जाएगा -4 द होल अपॉन 3। यहां पर हमने क्या किया, एलसीएम ले लिया, बिकॉज 4/3 इज अ फ्रैक्शन। whenever fractions are added or subtracted, the next step is LCM, याद रखना। चलो मल्टीप्लाई करो, 1470 into 3, multiply and give me the answer fast। Perfect, very good। Some are giving wrong, प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट रॉन्ग आंसर नहीं होना चाहिए। कैलकुलेशन ठीक से किया करो, डोंट बी rush or don't do any rush while calculation। 1470 into 3, yes, if you multiply 1470 into 3, the answer is 4410 minus 4 the whole upon 3। Is it very clear to all of you? Now 4410 minus 4 is very simple, 4406 upon 3। Is it very clear to all of you? Perfect। Now students, here again there is an option, you can keep the value of pi as it is or we can substitute the value of pi, but always make a habit of substituting the value of pi। Now since radius was given 7, we will consider the value of pi as 22/7। So we'll substitute the value of pi as 22/7 into 4406/3। Now students, अब मैं आपको थोड़ा टाइम बचाने के लिए अभी से बता देता हूं, 4406 is not a multiple of 7। 7 के टेबल में 4406 नहीं जाता है, so don't try to do that। अभी आपके पास एक ही ऑप्शन है, 22 into 4406 को मल्टीप्लाई करो, मल्टीप्लाई 22 into 4406। कम ऑन, डू इट, आराम से करो, डोंट रश। Yes, Sarang has already given answer, very good। Clyde has given the answer, Kamlesh, Kalista, Aditya, Slap, okay, very good, all of you are very good। You have got the answer, yes, answer is 96932। So 22 into 4406 अगर मल्टीप्लाई करते तो आंसर इज 96932 अपॉन 21। 7 3 जा कितना होता है, 21। अब आपको क्या करना है, 96932 को 21 से डिवाइड करना है, डिवाइडेड बाय 21, सीधे 21 के टेबल से डिवाइड करो। इट्स टाइम कंज्यूमिंग, आई नो, बट ये आपको करना ही है। And believe me, in board exam, this sum, if it will come with the same value। So अगर 4-5 बार ये सम प्रैक्टिस करोगे तो नंबर भी अपने आप दिमाग में याद हो जाता है। तनिष्का वेरी गुड, जय वेरी गुड, Priyal very good। I'm taking a name of only few, there is a reason for that। Omkas very good, Mehul Thakkar very good। There are many students who are giving the right answer, but I'm taking name of only few। Samarth very good। Okay, if I'm missing out anybody's name who are giving the right answer, please forgive me because the chat box moves very fast। Okay, others very good। Okay, now why I'm telling them very good, the reason is answer is 4615.809 centimeter cube। If you remember, I said it to you all earlier, जब फाइनल आंसर दोगे तो फाइनल आंसर यूनिट के साथ देना। अच्छा, somebody मिस्टेक हो गया उनका, उन्होंने सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर लिखा था, इट्स रॉन्ग, इट शुड नॉट बी सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर, इट्स सेंटीमीटर क्यूब, बिकॉज वी आर डीलिंग विथ वॉल्यूम। Is it very clear? So now third decimal अगर 5 से बड़ा होगा, I repeat, third decimal अगर 5 से बड़ा होगा तो we add 1 in the previous digit. तो फाइनल आंसर हम लोग लिख सकते हैं, therefore actual volume of water is 4615.81 centimeter cube. Did you understand this? Is it clear to all of you? Perfect. Okay, student, this was the last sum for today. Since I think the next lecture is starting at 6 o'clock, you can copy it down from the recorded lectures from YouTube. I want all of the students to visit the lectures on YouTube. Please do the ratings there, because it is not only for the rating purpose, but when you see the recorded lectures again and again, you understand that sum perfectly. Whatever doubts if you have, all your doubts get clarified. That's the benefit of online, because once we teach, if we are not available for the second time, but believe me, via recorded lectures, you can see us many times. The sum can be visualized again and again and understood properly. Okay, and wherever we make sure that whatever doubts you have, whatever, if you go through the recorded lectures, all your doubts would be clarified. And suppose in case if any such doubt you have which you feel in the recorded lectures or in my lecture I have not addressed it, please make sure that you post your doubt in your WhatsApp group, so that our center heads, those who are managing the centers, they're our partners, they will let us know and we will solve your doubts. Okay.